What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Gravity the Beast. Welcome back to the Big Cap. No bullshit, just conversations about passions, philosophies, and perspectives. We here with another episode. Got the crew with me. You already know. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's your boy Twan, neighborhood real nigga.
Right.
You already know it's about to be some shit. It's about to be some shit.
Doug, we in the building.
Rapped out shiz, Shizzy Mac, shiz, whatever you want to call it.
You mean it's Shizzy from Philly, you already know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Love it.
So we out here today. So we're continuing to go down the Iron Rules. And today we went over Iron Rule number 4, which is you should never cohabitate with a woman unless you're married or you plan on getting married within 6 months. And we just heard a whole spew on why. Now, me and Twan, we had a whole different segment earlier today where we discussed our thoughts on it. So let's start off with how y'all feel. Let's go. This your first time on.
Shit.
So
man, that's a heavy topic because I can speak from this shit from personal experience.
Okay.
That shit.
God.
You know what I'm saying, bro, fuck no. Don't do that shit at
Right.
all.
Right.
Don't do that shit. And that's what I'm saying. Listening to that whole clip, that running down, because I was with one of my exes, so I was with Shorty probably 4 months. Then, you know what I'm saying, did that whole situation. And just nah, I would not advise that at all.
Mm-hmm.
At all.
That's just a lot.
At all.
Mm.
See, all right, we gonna come back to you because I want to ask some questions. What's your thoughts on it, bro?
I wouldn't do that shit either. For real. I'm not trying to really talk about my relationship all crazy, but at the time, I'm not going to say it's a long distance relationship or whatever right now, but it's she's in Maryland, I'm in Delaware right now because she's going to school.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like at this moment right now, that's good for us. We'll miss each other and then we'll come back stronger.
Right.
And at the time, we're not going to be, you know what I'm saying, moving in with each other. We already got that shit planned out, and we not yet. We have an understanding that not yet.
Yeah. Okay. I respect that.
I mean, you already know. I lived with my baby moms before.
Uh-huh.
So, and it wasn't necessarily bad. I was with her for a grip before she came in. So
Yeah.
And it was on circumstances because she got kicked out of her spot.
Yeah.
So, and then it kind of funny now I look back at it, she was just kicked out, and then a couple weeks go by, I'm like, all right, bitch, you ain't going home yet. But then I was like, you know what, it's my girl, I ain't even thinking about it, you feel me? I'm just looking out, and I was like, you might as well just stay here, you're always here. And she ended up staying there for 3-4 years, you feel me?
Sheesh.
So, when I look back at it, it was kind of annoying, the fact that I just got to share a bed, room, and you share space. But at the end of the day, it wasn't bad.
Can I say this real quick?
Mm.
You living with her,
Mm-hmm.
did you be like, this is why you got kicked out?
Nah, she got kicked out for her mouth.
That's actually
Her
funny as shit.
popping
That's
back.
funny as shit.
I want to piggyback off of something he said, too, because it's you said, with your situation, she got kicked out. So it's you just you looking out, that's your girl. So you no, come on with. And that's similar to my shit. When I think about it, a lot of times females say niggas cool hearted, we ain't got hearts, but we got big ass hearts too. Cause it's
We're not gonna see you out on the street.
exactly,
wrong.
we're not gonna have
Or
you
we're not
on
gonna have you at your other
anywhere
friend
or
house,
doing
bro.
anything, and that's kind of how my situation was too. It's you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna move you in, we gonna be cool, but you just thinking
But
You my girl, I'm gonna make it work.
yeah, I'm gonna make it work,
But
exactly, but
let me
not
answer
knowing.
your question though. You said if it was a freshy relationship and you was with her only for 6 months, would you move in with her?
That's dead.
Hell no.
No,
That was just
it's
some young
you move
bullshit
in
for
with her
me.
if you're willing to.
If you're, I agree with that. I agree with if you're willing to marry her or if y'all married.
Oh yeah, but
I
moving
agree
in
with
that fast, yeah,
But
you're
if moving in
retarded.
that fast, nigga,
Nah.
no.
But he said moving in, y'all can move in with each other if y'all about to get married or within 6 months.
Yeah, if you're married or you about to.
If you
Right.
if you about to put a ring on it,
Right.
Or if she's
That was always my thing, and it's what's the difference of me marrying you? We already living together.
Yeah.
Nothing's
You
gonna
living
nothing is
together,
gonna
you
change.
married,
Yo,
Yeah,
it's
nothing's
so-
gonna change.
The difference is so small that in some states, if you're together long enough and you live together, it's called a
It's
common law
legal.
marriage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're just married just because
Yeah.
y'all live together for that long.
Real rap.
It's to that extent.
Where is that? Where?
I forget what they call it. It's called common law marriage. Where you just together 10, 12 years or some shit, and then you get certain I guess his benefits are legal, whatever.
Yeah,
You could
something.
say that's your actual wife or husband, whatever. Unless, like, I don't know, it's fucked up. We should look into that.
I'm gonna dodge that state.
Wait a minute. Don't people in the military do that? And they get benefits. That's why they marry.
Well, no,
Yeah.
that's different.
That's different. We on a whole different journey.
there are benefits to that,
My bad.
and like a lot of military dudes get fucked over,
You
but,
good, bro?
that's not the same as the common law.
Right. I just went somewhere.
But
man,
so I want to ask you real quick though. So what were some of your experiences like, living with a partner, right? Because like the whole point of the statement is you should keep a certain level of anonymity when it comes to dating, not necessarily like trying to manipulate, but understand that women like guys who have options. Women like guys who other women like. So if you live with her, she knows all your moves. She knows exactly what you're doing.
Exactly.
You might got a girl who
Exactly.
you really like her and you hitting, you doing whatever, but then it's like, okay, we move in together, and then you peep, it slow down. She not really, and it's a certain amount of anonymity you have when you got your own crib. She might be more into it just because she don't know if you dealing with. Like she might probably trust you, but it's that I know for a fact what you doing. We live together.
Yeah.
It just changes things. Like now, you don't necessarily got to comment on that in particularly unless it applies. But just give me some like that you could think about now where it's like, damn, we should not have lived together.
I mean, looking back on it, definitely I would say the time. Like,
right.
that was the major thing. Like, I was just on some hype, young bullshit. I'm going to keep it a bean. I'm going to keep it a whole buck.
Right.
I ain't talking no bullshit. It was the pussy, man. It was the coochie, man. Like,
so, we touched on this in the earlier pod, right? Now, would you say, was this about the access as in like you had nobody else, or was it like, yo, I like this, I'm not even trying to go through all the work for all the extra, I'm gonna just chill with her? It was one of those?
It was one of them.
All right, that's what I call that the laziness. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just like,
It's like,
that's what I was saying, the laziness.
this was here, I might as well rock out type shit. So it's
Right.
like, yeah, coming from that perspective, it was definitely the time. Like, I ain't, like, you think you know somebody, but you don't know them until you move in with them. Like, that's a fact. Like, that's a whole fact. So it's like, yeah, we was together that short amount of time, moved in, and it's like, from what Bo was saying, I'm not going to say the sex slowed up, or maybe that was like the type of shorty she was. Like, she just liked sex, but like, you know what I'm saying? As far as like having your own space and all that, it was none of that, man. Like,
yeah.
Cause now we in the crib, I'm feeling like, all right, you ain't got to worry about shit. You know what I'm doing. I'm chilling. Like,
Right.
but she was just on some clock and shit. She started like that shit really started turning up. It went from here to here, and then I'm like, that got me out of the loop. Like, no, like that had me early. Like, damn, should I have done this shit? Like this, like, no, like definitely. Because it's like you don't really, like I said, you don't know a person until you move in with them, or just until you got that time in. We ain't had that time in, so yeah, I probably jumped the gun. So, but that was a young boy mistake. I'm glad I learned that lesson when I did though, because it's like you went through that, so you can next time. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a relationship now, so it's like you go about that shit differently. You start thinking differently, and so you don't make the same mistakes. You feel me?
For sure. For sure. Swan, you want to chime in with something? Because me and you, we went back and forth about this.
Yeah. See, it's like that's one of the things. Like when you have like time, it's like it's when you talk about options. It's not just like the options of having other bitches.
Right.
It's like if you want to, I just don't feel like going to the fucking crib right now. So I'm gonna go out and chill.
Exactly.
All that it's just like nah, that shit dead. When you coming home, why don't you want to come home? It's just like yo,
Right.
I live here. Like what you mean?
See,
Like
I never had that issue though. Like when I was living with my BM at the time, well, BM forever, not that fucking time, but you know what I mean. She was my girl at the time. Like I literally would get up and go. Like I'll be like, I'll be right back. She's like, okay. We going. Yeah, I had my joints on the side. Yeah, I was doing my thing. Just never was questioned unless I was slipping, which never was slipping. No. So I kept it like, but to a minimum with the other joints. You feel me? I still had my other bitches, but I had my joint here. So it's like I can't be running and fucking these other joints all the time, and I got a bitch right here. So I had to
wait. Tell me, I'm sorry, but you saying I'm out? That wasn't slipping because she didn't ever like question like.
No, I would tell her where I'm going.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'll be like, yo, I'm going to this such and such crib, or I'm going here. I'm going to go play ball. I'm going to do this.
Oh,
She'd be like, yo, I'm going to Veronica's house.
I ain't gonna tell him going to a bitch crib. Like, come on now. But I'll if I was to go see a John, that's why I'd be like, yo, I'm about to just go smoke it, blow it down my man's in them real quick.
It's like now I gotta make up lies.
It's not even a lie. I would go smoke with my man's in them,
and then
and then slide on the John. I'm not lying. I just didn't include that detail.
I mean, a lie of omission is still a lie. I ain't faulting you.
But I'm not saying it was a good thing. I'm past them days. I don't lie about
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I'm still. I mean, I'm single now, but I don't lie about shit. Bitches know everything now. But
Hey, I feel you.
but then I was. That's how time I'm on. I wasn't getting caught for the shit. So I was. But then I stopped to cut it all the way out. I was like, I can't be living with her and doing this dirt. So that literally that dirt was like in the beginning when she first got there, because when she wasn't there, you already know, nigga, she home, I'm out. Like I'm already doing this and this. But I switched up when she came in there after a couple months. I was like, or after a year, let me say a year. but I switched up after a year, and I was like, all right, she really here, so I'm gonna just do this whole be just with her shit, which it was always about. But it was chilling. I ain't get a question or none of that. The most I got was the eye emojis or some shit if I was going too long. That was it.
Yeah.
I already know that meant where you at. So I would just be like, I'm on my way home, chill.
Fuck where I'm at.
I feel you, but you have a woman, she gonna ask
And it's
you
like that's the thing. It's just like you lose that option to be like, fuck where you at. Cause she know you not where you not at home, you somewhere.
but ain't she gonna ask you that anyway? Like if y'all are not living together and she know that you out while you not home.
It's all about trust, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, women gonna have more insecurities than a man is, and they're gonna ask these questions, and they're going to be wondering where you
I
at.
don't know if
Here we
that.
go.
See, I don't.
Here you go.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not speaking for nobody but myself here. I don't know if I could say generally women have more insecurities than men, only based on how I view what we have generally called insecurities. It's like when women ask certain questions, we might think, oh, she's being insecure, where you could say that, or maybe like she's just reacting off of certain shit that she sees. I mean, I'm not going to call it insecurity. Like if a girl looks at you and she thinks you got bitches, but she really fucks with you, you probably got bitches. I mean, I'm not going to say it's an insecurity. I don't even want to get into that type of insecurity specifically, but I feel as though like how we treat the insecurities might make us think that women have more, whereas men are not really like their insecurities is like, yo, get over it, toughen up. Where women is like, yo, oh, don't do that. She's insecure about that. Be nice to her there. I'm not going to say women have more insecurities generally. Like, I would just disagree there.
I would say that women gonna speak on them fucking insecurities subliminally. You gonna hear it.
Subliminally.
You gonna hear that shit.
subliminally.
You
Not
gonna hear
even
that
just-
shit like out of nowhere. Like my last shit. Like I have a 5-month-old. Like she's fresh out the fucking oven basically. And it's like
Right.
And I started messing with this joint like 4 months ago. So my baby was literally just here when I cuffed the joint, right?
Right.
And I have a kid. We was talking about this prior. You was the one man I was talking to the whole pregnancy, all of that. You knew
Right.
all this shit.
Right.
Baby comes, she become my joint. You better not play with me, Sean, because I've been with niggas who have baby moms. They always end up fucking their baby moms, and I'm sitting there rolling up like you're blowing my eye before I even get done rolling the fucking dice.
That's right.
I mean,
Because it's like
she got a
you,
point, though.
I understand the point, but you knew me since the 9th grade. We went out in high school, all that, like my high school sweetheart
Why you
type
bring
shit.
this up now? Like
Like you should have brought this
Sean,
shit up a bit ago.
Sean.
What?
And you was with John, and was trying to give it up.
Wait.
Was you not gonna smash?
No.
Wait.
Don't.
Wait,
don't-
wait,
Hold on,
wait,
hold on,
wait,
hold on.
wait, wait.
Don't cheat the
Wait.
Okay.
I said we doing no names in this joint, but
Hey,
no.
no. Yeah, that was my.
I haven't done that since my baby was conceived, my nigga.
No.
Crossed my mind. I have not thought about bombing my her. No, I have not. If I think about bombing a chick, I'm going to do it.
See, all right,
You feel me? Like I have.
Let's not go down that road. I mean, I will say this: if a woman is gonna have your baby, there's gonna be certain reasons she chose you. It's gonna be a certain connection there that will never go away, and there's gonna be certain sexual energy that will always be there. Not necessarily to the extent of wanting to smash, but if you let somebody's seed grow into you, it's only like so far away. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm not saying that all women who date like the baby father or all women who date single fathers should worry about it. I'm just saying it's always going to be a potential for it. That's
unless the BM,
it's always going to be a possibility.
Unless she hit.
Not even about that. Not even about that.
No, they still be like
the hit Jones never let their baby dad go. The hit Jones
Shouts out
never.
to Joker. All it takes is one bad day.
Jeez.
Shouts out to the Joker.
That was tough.
All it takes is one bad day.
That was tough.
The Ducks do not
tough.
let their baby dad go, but
Bro,
the all right looking ones, they kind
I
of.
just had a bad day.
But like I said, I'm not.
bro.
Nah.
No, I feel you there. But when it really comes down to, like, as far as the whole topic of living with your significant other prior to you taking marriage seriously, or prior to you at least having a plan, like 6 months is a general term, right? And I get it, right? Because some people might be like, well, like you said, you have to live with a person and know them.
right.
I agree with you 100%. The only difference is based on how people date, right? Like, if you really get to know somebody, I'm not saying like you can't spend some time with them. I'm not saying you can't go on a vacation. You know, there's other ways that you could live with a person without literally living with a person. And then, and like even prior to that, like most couples before they like live together, they just spend a lot of time at each other's houses.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So like
Exactly.
when you have that type of relationship, moving in permanently is unnecessary.
It's like, oh, word, you still ain't do that laundry yet, huh?
Yeah, like and that's what I'm saying.
You start peeping that shit.
In that context, so if you have that type of relationship, by the time that marriage is in your mind, you already have or you at least you should have a good idea of who that person is,
and what this is going to be like,
and what to
moving
expect.
forward.
And then within 6 months, you should be on your way to marriage. Otherwise, what was the point?
Exactly. That's heavy.
The only exception is if niggas is broke, and that 6 months get stretched out.
Yeah.
No, but then even within that, like, here's
You
something
be
that's
getting married if you
interesting.
broke?
No, here I want to bring this up. I want to bring this up.
Doing it.
I was like, nigga, talk to the hood.
Look,
I don't know how.
let's talk about Steve Harvey real quick, right? And this was interesting to me. So I follow a bunch of different pages on Facebook throughout the years, right? So I'll see some Steve Harvey clips, and there was a woman asking for advice because she wanted to get married. And the guy that she was with, she said she loved him. He was a great dude, but he wasn't ready. He said he wanted to get certain things in place, and he wanted to be at a certain place financially and all these different things. He's like, yo, like, not now. So she's asking advice, and Steve gets into his, like, back and forth. But before I even touch on that, I want to get y'all opinions on that. If the guy is with the girl, like, they've discussed marriage, he's openly said, like, yeah, I'm down to marry you. I want to get certain things in place, right? I'm trying to get my life to a certain place here. I want to make sure I can support whatever. How would you feel about her taking you onto a talk show to convince you to marry her quicker?
That's wrong. That's going to make me not want to marry you.
You should be patient.
You doing too much.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't going to take me on no Steve Harvey, John. No.
He wasn't angry, though. He went willingly and, like, you know, just meet Steve Harvey. So he did it willingly.
That's him.
And
you asked me.
And he voiced his opinion on the show. He explained, like, we're going to get into that, but I just want y'all personal opinions of how y'all
I'm not
would
going to no TV show.
yeah.
Can't do that.
Oh, like, do at the crib.
That's in-house shit. Like,
Go at the crib. Not a whole fucking state gonna know what we talking about.
Huh? Me?
Yeah, but how would you feel about that? Your girl take you, like, we on Steve Harvey, she asked that question.
Keep it a bean.
I mean, I honestly wouldn't give a fuck. Me personally, I honestly wouldn't give a fuck. I don't care. My answer not going to change just because you brought me in this. You could talk whatever shit you want about. You want it as move as fast as you wanted to. I said what I said.
Right.
And that's it.
Now,
Fuck it.
I would say, honestly, and this is like,
I wouldn't care.
this is like, in my opinion, like using red goggles, like term I like to say. I think a woman who does that doesn't fully respect you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, a woman who does that doesn't fully respect you. She might want you, but if she is taking you there, it's almost as saying, like, oh, I believe there is another man who can control your mind and get you to do what I want you to do.
Exactly.
It's like that right there is a different type of disrespect. It's a subtle disrespect. It's like she's asking for your marriage, so you think she wants you, but she's using a method that shows she doesn't really respect you
exactly
as much. And that's where I take offense to that.
See, I feel like I won't even call that disrespectful.
I
feel like she's acting away because she's impatient and she's not getting what she wants. But it's a little tantrum. Fuck your tantrum. Shut that shit up.
Well, I think the personal conversation you could call a tantrum. But taking it on to like national television, that's in like a declaration of disrespect.
That's what I'm saying. I want to piggyback off what you're saying, because I feel like if she going to the extent to take you on national TV and discuss this with another man, she don't take your word as bond.
Right.
And I feel like once if you're dealing with a female, a woman, and she start to feel like your word is not bond and what you say is not going to happen, then you lost her. Like, because she can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't say what you gonna do and she ain't gonna believe you. Like, that's all going out the window. And at that point, like you said, she don't got no respect for you. She gonna just go about it however she wanna go about it.
What do you think she told him on the way there? Like,
by the way it looked, he knew. Like, cause like the way it was, she said her thing. Let me continue the story, right? So she went on the thing. They were asking different women to ask a question. Steve give him advice. She had the mic. She said what she said about, like, yeah, he said this and that. Then they gave him the mic and he spoke. He was like, yeah, Steve, like, I just want to get certain things in order and I want to make sure I'm good here. Now, what Steve said was, okay, well, can't you work together and can't you build together and can't you, like, just take your time? You don't have it now, but you can get there and you don't have to wait and this and that, right? Then he brought up his own situation about how back in the day, he had said the same thing to his girl, and then she was like, well, okay, if you want to wait, we could break up now and this and that. So he ended up getting with her and everything was cool, right? He was trying to convince the guy, yeah, just get married now and you can still build up. Just get married now. Not talking about how he referenced his own personal experience about getting with his girl that he ended up divorcing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're trying to convince this guy to get with her and build when the advice that
didn't work for you.
Didn't work for you. You've been divorced multiple times and you're giving people advice on marriages.
On marriage, that's wild.
And then when we're looking at it, right, even within that, infidelity, he's a known cheater. And his most recent wife that he's still with knows he's cheated a lot. Mm-hmm. But he's like, but it's only because he's publicly blue pill. That's it. That's the persona. I'm not going to get mad at that. He's making his bread. Good for him. I fuck with his show from back in the day. But just that right there, that dude should focus on his purpose. He should focus on building to get what he wants. If she is still there when you get to where you want to be, then put that ring on her finger. Mm-hmm. Take her down that aisle. If she is impatient, then it's not you she wants. It's the ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't wait, it's not you she wants.
Damn. Heavy. That's a fact.
That's it. She want a cake and a dress and some pictures. And that's it. Like, if a woman really can't wait for you,
then they don't want you.
They don't really want you. It's something else they want.
Exactly.
Like, if they keep pushing and pushing and pushing, are you enjoying being with me right now?
Exactly.
Are you enjoying what we have right now? What are you pushing for? It's like that's what it comes down to. Like, and it's fucked up.
Yeah.
And then, oh, my bad, you got something to say?
No, I'm agreeing with you saying, bro.
See, now, I have never had a relationship where I lived with somebody and whatever. But I've gotten to the point where I was willing to allow them to live in my crib, and I regret that shit. Even thinking about my mindset at the time. I'm like, yo, why the fuck did I say that? Like, because it didn't end up happening, but I was like, yeah, like, you know, if whatever happens, like, yeah, da-da-da-da-da. It was just like, yo, it would be dope if I could have some access, like sexual access, that's in the crib. I come home from work and then boom, it's right there.
And that'd be the mindset.
That just,
right
that just sounded so good. Like, and in my mind, I'm telling myself, oh, well, I mean, I want to be this for her and this and that for her. Nigga, you was just thirsty, and you saw a fountain that you can install next to your fucking window.
It's like you in the desert and you find your puddle, bitch. This is my puddle. Fuck it. And niggas think it's an oasis.
Somebody else is an oasis. I'm guarding this for my life.
My fucking puddle in the desert, bitch. You not about to fuck with it.
And that's where we get messed up.
You ain't never seen nothing else, bitch. Nigga, it's a puddle.
Like not knowing it might be a goddamn lake, a
whole oasis with a palm tree.
Like, you know what I'm
you
saying?
Got fresh fruit and shit.
Crazy.
It's like, nah, bro. I'm starving. I got a puddle and I'm gonna keep it.
And I'm cool with this puddle right here.
Yeah, and we gotta pay attention to the consequences. Like I feel like and just to close off on this particular topic, like I want everybody's closing opinions. But if you're having a relationship where you're getting serious, you're already spending time at each other's houses, you're already seeing how each other lives, it's not necessary to put yourself in that position of living with them without reason, without like real reason. And even within that, even if you did it just because you needed a roommate, it's consequences for that. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do,
pros
but understand the pros and cons. So, Twan, what's your closing thoughts on this one?
It's like niggas don't understand the responsibility and also the ramifications that come with having a joint. And it's like when you weigh, is it really worth it? A lot of times at the end of the day, it's not. Especially because most times it don't work out. Now you stuck with a fucking, you got to pay 9 months on this lease with this bitch that then cheated on you.
Yo.
And now y'all still splitting rent.
Bro.
Talking about,
hey, bro.
I want to bring friends over the crib.
Hey,
like,
bro.
bro.
Yeah.
Understand what you could get yourself into.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, basically the same thing like you said. Like, you go into that joint one track minded. Ooh, I got in-house pussy now. Like, I can just come home to the crib, boo, bop, bing. It ain't that. It ain't that at all. It's so, like, that's what I'm saying. With the pros and the cons,
right?
You got to outweigh. And in that situation, there's way more cons than it is pros. Like, depending on the situation you in. Depending on the situation you in. But,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
All you need to do for real is just spend a weekend with them.
Nah, fuck that.
That's
you need a lot more than
that's
that.
always part of the honeymoon stage,
but
bro.
Listen. If you spend a weekend with them, you probably need a lot more. But I bet you that weekend, if you never stayed with them before, you'll see.
It's bitches I wasn't even committed to. I stayed a weekend with, and it's like you already like you know how that shit go. Like, nah,
they're just there for one thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That just was just some weekend shit. Like,
this is Friday and Saturday. Bitches in here.
Yo, I say this right. Like, give it like if we're gonna cut it down to a year, right? If you spend if you take every school holiday together, by that I mean like Labor Day you together overnight, Thanksgiving you together overnight, that whole like little half a week they give you, Christmas vacation you there, spring break you there, summertime y'all spend together, not like living at each other's cribs, but like heavy. In that span of time, you can know somebody.
Exactly.
Like if all those like
a calendar year.
I say that
a calendar year.
Year.
Yeah. But if you're like spring break, you staying in a hotel together the whole time. Christmas hotel together the whole like those like little spurts of living together with the at each other's cribs and the heavy whatever.
I say that
within a year you can get a good picture.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it might be more to down the line, but you already got an understanding of like this is how this person operate. Like, yeah, for sure.
You ain't add one thing into it. It's their family too. I ain't get one.
That's shit.
I gotta meet your family before I even think about having you with me. Like,
where you come from.
Like I gotta see your spot. Like I gotta see your mom.
Where the family home?
You mean like like if I pull up as a trailer park, I'm gonna be like, damn.
I can't call your mom looking for you. Right. If I can't call your mom looking for you, I don't got no business living with you.
Yeah, like if I can't just pull up, be like, where the fuck such that? Because I could do that with the joint I just stopped messing with now. Literally, we'll pull up, open the door, like, hey, what's up? I'm not gonna do it, but I know I have the green light to.
Right.
Like but at the same time, I love that. That shit reminded me of home. Around me of Philly, like they from Philly, like that shit was just always popping. But
right,
her, you just always like, but like,
And I understand if your mom your best friend, but don't be telling her everything that go on in the crib.
Can't control that, bro.
Don't be doing.
Can't control that.
That is a valid, and yes, you can control
that's
that.
they big.
I mean, no, you can influence that. But you can't control that.
That's
What you mean? What they mom?
They can
what
like
they
you as
mom
much
say
as
about
they
you and
want.
shit?
Yeah.
No, like I feel like our business should be our business.
Agree.
Oh,
I
and
agree.
she
Yeah.
said.
I feel like that's a character trait.
And
Some niggas just like to just fucking run their mouth.
Yeah, some people are that close with their
You
parents.
gotta find
and shit
somebody
like
who
that.
And they
So-
just be
Talking
talking
just to talk.
Mhm.
That's how they vent. That's how they.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So niggas accidentally
Shit
put
just
their
come
parents
up
in
in
their bullshit.
conversation, like
Right.
And then they be like, "Oh, it's just my mom, it ain't nothing."
It's
But
just
then
like-
you
Oh,
start,
that's
you just,
yeah.
but they don't understand. You just told your mom some BS about your girl.
Yeah.
Now you trying to bring her back over the crib.
Some shit you
All
about
right,
to get
looking at
over.
me a type
All
of way,
right,
like-
all right.
Like,
But let's close off this topic because we about to get into some shit. This next one.
what's
God,
the next one?
This next one, we about to touch on it. We not going in order with the rules. We going based off of how much we think these niggas is going to react.
What
to
the
shit.
fuck we feel like.
This shit is fun. All right, we going to be back at y'all with another one. It's the Big Cap, no bullshit. Just conversations about passions, philosophies, and perspectives. Follow the Instagram, Big Cap NBS or _NBS. Same on Twitter, Big Cap _NBS. Check it out. Share, comment, subscribe. We out.
Subscribe, bitches.
Right. Deuces.
Peace.
Wow.